She's not just having a bad day.
This isn't simple drama. What you're dealing with is a professional. And right now, you think you're in a relationship. You're wrong. You're in a negotiation where the terms are hidden and the rules change every day. But today, that ends. We are exposing the playbook, the 7 undeniable signs, the psychological fingerprints that she is not just emotional. She is a master manipulator. And by the end of this, you will see everything clearly for the first time. Let's start with the story. You had a long day. You're tired. She asks a simple question. Does this dress make me look okay? You give a simple answer. Yeah, you look great. But something shifts. The air gets cold. Later that night, you're confused. She's distant, angry. You ask what's wrong. Nothing. But it's everything. You're now apologizing. For a compliment, you are negotiating your reality. This is sign number 1. The victim narrative. The master manipulator is never the villain in her own story. She is always the victim of circumstances, of you, of the world. A truly emotional person feels sadness, feels hurt. They express it. Then it can be resolved. The manipulator weaponizes it. Her pain is not a feeling. It is a tool. It is a transaction. Every conflict ends with you consoling her for the hurt you allegedly caused. Even when you were the one wounded, she will cry, but watch the eyes. The tears are real, but the target is always calculated. You start walking on eggshells, not to avoid hurting her, but to avoid the next costly emotional negotiation. But this is just the surface, the foundation she builds upon. Sign 2 is where the architecture reveals itself, and it's much more dangerous. Sign 2, gaslighting and reality control. You said the movie started at 8. She insists you said 7. You remember a conversation clearly. She swears it never happened. You point out a promise she broke. She looks you dead in the eye and says, "You're imagining things." This is not forgetfulness. This is demolition. Gaslighting isn't just lying. It's systematic reality dismantling. It makes you doubt your memory, your perception, your sanity. The goal is simple: to become her sole source of truth. The emotional person is messy. Their reality is confused. The manipulator's reality is weaponized. And yours is the target. You'll start keeping mental notes, recording arguments in your head. You'll think, I need proof. That's when you know you're in the labyrinth. And the worst part? Sign 3 is already in play. The moment you question her, she activates it. Sign 3, triangulation and false competition. She will casually mention, "My ex would have never said that." Or, "My coworker thinks you're lucky to have me." Or fabricate attention from others. This creates artificial scarcity, false competition. It's a psychological lever, pulling your insecurities, making you work harder for the validation she's withholding. The emotional person seeks reassurance. The manipulator manufactures jealousy to keep you off balance, to keep you proving yourself indefinitely. But these 3 signs, they're the setup. The real manipulation, the psychological jujitsu, begins with sign 4. This is where most men break. Sign 4, contractual love and moving goalposts. Love is not unconditional.
It is a series of contracts.
Contracts you didn't agree to. If you loved me, you'd. A real man would. After all I've done, you can't even. You fulfill one condition. The goalpost moves. You finally get the promotion. Now it's about the hours you work. You apologize profusely. Now it's about your tone. The love is always pending, always just out of reach, contingent on your next performance. An emotional partner has needs. A manipulative partner has ever-shifting criteria, designed for you to fail. So she maintains the upper hand. So the debt is always owed to her. And this creates a toxic currency. The currency of sign 5. Pay close attention. This one is almost invisible. Sign 5. The debt and guilt economy. Every kindness, is not a gift. It is a deposit in a bank account you didn't open, an emotional favor to be recalled with interest at the moment of your next failure. She did the dishes? That's a point. She listened to your work drama? That's 3 points. Now you owe her your time, your freedom, your compliance. Mention this economy, and you'll be called ungrateful. Cruel. You'll feel guilty for noticing the game. That's the genius of it. The emotional person gives to connect. The manipulator gives to collect. But we're just getting to the core. Because signs 1 through 5, they build the cage. Sign 6 locks it. Sign 6, isolation and identity erosion. Slowly, strategically, she separates you from your friends. They're a bad influence. From your family, they don't respect us. From your hobbies, you care more about that than me. This isn't jealousy. It's strategic dismantling. She needs you alone. Because a man with a strong tribe has a reality check. A man with a strong identity is harder to control. So she critiques your passions, mocks your friends, makes every moment away from her feel like a betrayal. You become smaller. Your world shrinks until the only reflection you see of yourself is the one she shows you, a flawed, needy, perpetually indebted version that only she can tolerate. This is the pinnacle of control, and it makes the final sign the most devastating of all, because by the time you see it, you won't trust yourself enough to believe it. Before we reveal the 7th and final sign, I need you to do something. Look at the comments below this video.
Right now.
I'll wait. See the stories? The confusion? The relief? You are not alone. This pattern is ancient, and it is everywhere. But here's the twist. The 7th sign isn't something she does. It's something she never does. And once you see this void, you can never unsee it.
Subscribe now.
Because this final truth changes everything. It's the key to the entire labyrinth. Sign 7. The absence of true vulnerability. The master manipulator is never truly vulnerable. She shares past hurts, but as weapons. She shares fears, but as tools for sympathy. She never stands before you, naked in her uncertainty, without a script, without a desired outcome. Her breakdowns have an audience. Her confessions have a purpose. There is always a performance, a calculation. The emotional person risks their heart. The manipulator risks nothing. She only invests, and she expects a return. This is the chilling core. You are not with a human. You are with a strategy. A brilliant, adaptive, ruthless strategy to secure resources, attention, control, under the guise of love. The facade is intimacy. The engine is calculus. So what now? You have the 7 signs, the map of the maze. The feeling in your gut has a vocabulary now. This is not about blaming her. This is about freeing you. Seeing the game is the first step to leaving the board. Your mission is simple. Rebuild. Reconnect with the friends you drifted from. Revive the hobbies you abandoned. Reclaim the identity she eroded. Piece by piece. Brick by brick. Become a man so solid in his own reality that no performance can shake it. A man so clear in his boundaries that hidden contracts mean nothing. This is your path out. But I have a question for you. A critical one. Look at the 7 signs. Which one did you recognize first? And more importantly, which one did you try to explain away? Tell me the truth. Write it in the comments below. Sign number. Just the number. Let's see how many men saw the same ghost. This is how we break the pattern. Not with anger, but with ruthless clarity. You're not crazy. You were in a classroom. You just didn't know you were the lesson. Now you do.